So today we are going to talking about the Rehadapt assessment kit, which is one of our most common assessment kits that is often used in combination with AAC devices. I would like to start with a little introduction about myself. So, hello everybody, my name is Robert Kohls. I'm an occupational therapist based in Germany and have worked for about 5 years as a medical devices consultant at a German AAC company that is called Rehadapt. And now since 2.5 years, I work as a sales manager and trainer for the German manufacturer of that mounting solutions. The company is called Rehadapt. And I'm responsible for all the European resellers, for Australian, South African customers, to train them, to introduce them into our mounting products. And I hope you already had the chance to experience or had the chance to work with our mounting solutions. It would be interesting for me to understand what kind of mounting solutions you have already used until today. What are the good things, what are the benefits that you have experienced, and maybe what are the things that you would like to learn in today's webinar about the assessment kits, because the main focus will be today to introduce you in what are the components that are inside, what is the idea behind, what are the benefits for your work, and if you have any questions about the assessment kit, just please write them into the chat window. And Michael, it would be wonderful if you could say the questions, if there are some of them coming up, to tell me what are the questions from customers. Okay?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Wonderful. Okay, right. So our partner in Ireland is the company SafeCare. If you are running into any technical questions, you can also get in touch directly with me or with Michael or Connor. But I think most of the time, you're getting a faster reaction in together with your partner SafeCare in Ireland. So what we want to talk about today is how can we use the Rehadapt assessment kits when it comes to mounting AAC devices. And that is not only just mounting eye gaze devices, we are talking about the full bandwidth of AAC devices that can be used here on wheelchairs most of the time. And the challenge is very, very clear. How do we get, or how can we find out what is the best solution for eye gaze devices, for switches, for touch-based devices on a customer's wheelchair? And how can we set up a mount for a switch close to the head, close to the arm, close to the feet, and how to test a solution, because we all want to find out what is the best solution that will get, or that will increase the greatest benefits out of an AAC intervention for a customer. And the assessment kit is a great tool that will help you to make your first experiences in mounting AAC devices to wheelchairs from the scratch. So you have all the necessary components inside for first tests, for first assessments. I'm not sure in what kind of business unit you are working. Are you a therapist? Do you working in a rehabilitation center, in a help middle or helping aids central station? That would be interesting for me to know, because when it comes to mounting of AAC devices, it would be good to understand in what kind of contact you are when it comes to mount AAC devices. Are you a user? Are you a therapist that is working with solutions? Please write it into the Q&A window. When we want to mount AAC devices to wheelchair, it doesn't matter if it is a switch or a complex AAC device. The situation is always the same. We have, on one hand, we have our wheelchair, and we have on the other hand the communication device, the switch, the AAC device that needs to be positioned in a position that is good enough reachable for the customer. And the gap between these wheelchair and the AAC devices is something that we can close together with a couple of lines and with a couple of points to connect these two parts together. And this is something that we most of the time do with our mounting solutions out of the M3D and out of the L3D product line. And these mounting solutions should be used and should guarantee that your customer is able to use his communication device and to access these kind of communication device. It doesn't matter in what kind of way, with touch control, with eye gaze control, with switch or mouse control, as best as possible to have an access to their language system. And that only works smoothly in as much situations as possible when we position the communication device with the right mounting solutions. And most of the time, the issue is the following. We are investing a lot of time in choosing the right communication device, in choosing the right access method, and looking and searching for the right language system that works best for a customer. It could be very, very easy for a customer with ALS or with a clear text-based communication way. But for customers with cerebral palsy or with cognitive impairments, that could be sometimes a little bit more difficult. And both of these things take a lot of time, most of the time. And when we are thinking about the mounting solutions, then I have experienced in a lot of cases that we are investing only more or less 10% of the assessment time and about the evaluation time in choosing and thinking about what's the best mounting solution for a customer. But we should never forget that the customer can only use the communication system and his access method and also his language system as best as possible when we guarantee that the devices are available. It doesn't matter in what kind of situation your customer is. It could mean in the wheelchair, on the table, or in a bed. And it's our job and it's our role to find out the best situations that guarantee in a perfect world the most possible access of these communication devices. And that only works well when we are investing the same time, effort, in the process in thinking about the mounting tools. And in these process, the assessment kit can play a main role. For people that don't know how to use AAC devices or how to mount them, we have developed a unique service that is called VMS. And the VMS service is one tool that you can use to evaluate the actual customer situation from the scratch. You can check out what kind of wheelchair is your customer using, and you can ask for a solution from our team, and we will provide you a solution that is free of charge for you. And you can, after that, check out what kind of components you already have in your assessment kit. If you want to test the solution by yourself together with a customer, and after that, give a clear recommendation and proposal for these customers. And I would like to show you in this little video clip about the virtual mounting service, how the service is working. So I hope you can see it. Let's go.
Assistive technology can change families' lives. But what if there is no proper mounting solution? Rehadapt puts all its efforts into engineering reliable and flexible mounting solutions that fit to your individual and changing needs. With our unique virtual mounting service, you've got a dedicated team at your side. Just send us all information relevant for a detailed mounting proposal and let us support you. You are not on your own. Use our web form or smartphone app to get in touch with our VMS team and let them engineer your perfect solution. Try it now. It's simple and free.
So this is one service that you can easily use when you want to find out what is the best possible solution for your customer. And not only that, you can use that as a manual for you and for your customer to check out what are the components when you want to build up a solution for a customer to support him. And in our Rehadapt assessment kit, you will find out all the most important components that you need for installations on wheelchairs or on table clamp solutions. You will have inside this unique kit the full bandwidth out of the most important products out of the light 3D product line, which is most of the time used in combination with switches, tablets, smartphones. And you will find out also inside there all important parts out of the M3D product line. So this is the product line most of the time for heavier communication devices, for eye gaze devices. You have inside all necessary adapters, tubes, everything that you need in combination to do a good assessment together with a communication system. The product that we are talking about is the new premium assessment kit. This is one assessment kit that comes in one handy box and includes all of these components in two of these halves, all of the components that you need to build up solutions from scratch. So what's inside? What do you find inside? You will find inside this assessment kit all components that you need to do a good measurement. So when you're meeting a customer and when you're seeing him sitting inside of his wheelchair, you need a digital caliper, you need a yardstick to do to measure a defined spot on your wheelchair. You have inside all necessary adjustment and assembly tools that you need to install, to adjust, and to readjust a mounting solution. And not only that, you also find inside some stuff like OKS lubricant when you need to service an existing mount that possibly your customer owns. And you also find inside some adaptations, adapter plates for tablets, like you have inside the universal adjustable tablet holder for all tablets between 7 and 13 inch, or adapter plates for regular computer interfaces like the VESA adapter plate, which is a connection interface that some of bigger screens use often, and that can be combined with the Rehadapt mounting solutions. And you will find inside replacement screws when you need to replace on joints, on base constructions, parts that are maybe overused or over-tightened or damaged. One very, very helpful tool that is inside the kit is the universal tablet holder, which is a great tool for consumer electronic devices. This is a tool that can be combined with an eye gaze holder. It can be used when you're having iPads or tablets with different sizes for assessments, with protective cases or without protective cases. So this is a full adjustable adapter plate for all these kind of adapters. You also find inside the measuring tools, like a digital caliper or the Rehadapt post-its, to do the measurement on your wheelchair when you want to find out what is the right size of a frame clamp that you will need to do a successful installation. As soon as you have checked out what is the frame clamp that you need for your customer, you will have in one of the inlay all necessary and all most important frame adapter plates, frame clamps that you need to install M3D, L3D, and H3D mounting solutions. Furthermore, you find inside a table clamp to build up a clamp-on mount or a light table clamp solutions. And with that, you can build yourself the base for a table mount or for a wheelchair mount with a lightweight solution or with a more stable M3D solution. You can build up here with these components the base that will after that hold all the components together, stable enough attached to the wheelchair, to build up light, small or heavy duty mounting solutions. And the frame clamp plays the absolute main role for all installation. It doesn't matter if we are only talking about a switch, about a tablet, about an eye gaze device, or if we are talking about switch mounting solutions that you want to install to your wheelchair. And for all of these solutions, you find in the inlay for the base constructions all most popular frame clamps inside that getting used in the market. So the base is the most important part. So it doesn't matter if you find a wheelchair with the round frame construction. You find inside the round frame clamps. If you are having a wheelchair that owns a round tube, which is possibly covered with a special custom-made seat, you find inside there a semi-open frame clamp that can easily be attached to round tubes that are maybe a little bit covered from a seating plate, or that have their only attachable component under the seat when a wheelchair needs to own or needs to have a tilting functionality available. So that's the most important part. Use the right frame clamp. It can be a round frame clamp, but it also is nowadays very, very popular that customers used to have power wheelchairs. And for these kind of power wheelchairs or power chairs, we often use an adapter ring in combination with possible T-nut stones that fit into C-shaped rail systems inside. And there we provide a wide range of different T-nut stones that are all included in that kit in one little box. So when you are finding a Permobile, an Sunrise Medical Q700, and Live and Mobility, or an Otterbach, or whatever it is wheelchair, you will find inside a box all necessary T-nut stones that you can insert in that rail systems, and you combine them together with our Rehadapt adapter ring as a basic construction, as a good foundation for the mount. And not only just that kind of wheelchairs, sometimes wheelchairs don't own rail, C-shaped rails. Sometimes they only have a couple of additional holes on the frame where you will find out inside the kit also possible frame clamps like the M8 Mini to install the mounting bracket safely and very sturdy on the frame. And from that point on, you can build up all the other mounting solutions like our HD mounting bracket, which is also inside a part of that assessment kit that you can build yourself from the scratch. So you have inside that kit not only the frame clamps, you also have all most popular mounting solutions for your installations. And for that, you need the right frame clamps like the M8 Mini. Sometimes the customer situation is the following. You have a frame with a round tube with some additional holes on it. And also the assessment kit owns, for this kind of a frame clamp construction, additional components that are a real lifesaver. For example, like these little saddle washers that you can use when you want to install a mounting bracket like the M8 Mini here to the frame. Some of the Sunrise Medical wheelchairs, for example, have that kind of a frame construction, and there, this kind of a frame clamp can be very, very beneficial. You can see the assessment kit owns a wide range of different frame clamps, and these are the basic foundation. But not only that, sometimes you're installing your frame clamp on the spot inside the wheelchair, or sometimes the armrests or a control unit covers a relevant spot and you need some extra space and some extra offset. For that, you will also find inside stuff like an offset spacer that gives you a little bit more space between the frame clamp and the base components for your installation. Also, you find inside in one of the other inlays all lengths of L3D and M3D tubes. Inside here, in one inlay, you have a pre-assembled HD arm as a base construction. You have all 22 millimeter M3D tubes from 20 centimeter, 30, 40, 50. You have an L-shaped tube, a gooseneck, also inside all most important L3D tubes, and also some slip-out safeguards when you want to build up your mounting solution even safer. So normally the tubes have a diameter of 22 millimeter, and when you want to prevent them from slipping through the joints, with the additional slip-out safeguards, you can upgrade your existing mounting solution and can build up the solution so much safer. Also, we will find inside tubes in 16 millimeter and 10 millimeter diameter. And with that, You can build up everything that you want in combination with your AAC device. So let's say you're having a customer who's walking with a posterior walker, like you see it here on the right picture. And he only needs to have a very, very light solution for an iPad or for an Indie or for a touchpad, whatever it is. You can build it up out of the components that you have here. And also, the slip-out safeguards make it even so much more easier. The curved tube allows you, when you want to build up a clamp-on mount in combination with a table clamp system, and very, very flexible setup for attaching eye gaze devices. You have inside a flex tube in that inlay, which is something that most of people call a gooseneck, which is full adjustable when you're having a customer that wants to have the complete solution a little bit flexible. And also these goosenecks are very, very stable. They can hold up devices up to 1.2 kilogram total weight, which is super stable. And you will find inside the pre-assembled HD arm. So some possible solution, as you can see here. The curved tube is getting used with the clamp-on mount or the table clamp solution TC. The gooseneck can be used in combination with the table clamp, and the HD arm is often used as a component out of the Monty 3D Eye Control HD bundle that you can use in combination with wheelchairs. Furthermore, what is also inside? Inside the kit, you will find out one component which is very, very new, which is called the M3D base coupler, which is a quick release system that you can use with M3D and L3D mounts. You will find inside there also the L3D and the hybrid swivel unit that allows you to swing the mount away. And the manual is also there inside with a total overview about all components that are inside here and give you a clear recommendation and a clear instruction about how to set up a mount. For all the people that haven't seen the base coupler and how to use it in combination, I have prepared here a little video. This little video shows you how you use the M3D base coupler. So the base coupler is an additional component that comes between the frame clamp and the base as a quick release system. So when a customer wants to remove the entire mount and wants only to leave the frame clamp on the wheelchair for daily transport to the school or at home, they can easily use this as an additional component. The quick release system allows you to open that joint system and to remove the complete mount. So you can remove all components without opening a single bolt, completely toolless. You can attach the base coupler again to the customer's wheelchair. You can secure it with a red quick shift lever and the additional safety pin, and that without changing the complete setup of your mount. If this is something that is important for your customer to check out during an assessment, you will find out into your assessment kit. What's also inside? You will find inside one of our inlays a complete structured inlay with all Rehadapt universal joints. So these joints give you the full universal 360 degrees three-dimensional movable options. The kit includes the universal joints with a bolt connection system when you want to make it safe as possible, but also with a quick shift lever, quick adjustable option. Furthermore, inside you will find the universal joints combined with smaller sizes. So when you want to combine an M3D mount with L3D components, you will find inside joints within 22 to 16, 22 to 10, 16 to 10 diameter size. So you are universally able to combine all different tubes with smaller or bigger diameters depending on your customer situation. So I'm joking all the time. It's a little bit like playing with Lego bricks for big boys and girls because of the limitless options that you have. And limitless as the kit is, also our universal joints are. So you connect easily the tubes together, and you have the full 360 degrees range of movement available to set up the mount, to make it stable enough, but also when small changes are necessary to readapt it. So you can build up with these kind of little joints, tubes, and components, not only just mounting solutions for heavy communication devices. You can also install or find out inside the kit all necessary parts when you want to find out what is the right access method. So when you want to build a switch mounting solution for a switch button, for a control system like the Integra mouse, or for a beginning AAC user that wants to use and starting AAC device like a little step-by-step or a Big Mac, and you want to install it safe and want to find out what is the best spot for your customer to access it successfully, you will find out inside all tubes, adapter plates, super clamps, mini clamps, joints to build up from the scratch possible mounting solutions to check out what is the best switch mounting solution for your user. You have all tubes and components inside. And for the bigger AAC devices, you will also find inside the UDS in 2 different versions. So the UDS is our quick release system that allows you to attach AAC devices on wheelchairs, beds, tabletop solutions. So it's our universal quick release system where you can easily insert an AAC device and take it off as soon as you want to go from the wheelchair to the bed and want to use your AAC device then maybe possibly on the floor stand. So it allows you easily to click in to insert your AAC device and secure it there stable and safe enough to be able to use it in all different situations. And with all of these components, you can build up all the possible solutions during assessments. You can build up 3-tube solutions. You can build up 1-tube mounting solutions for tablets, for indies, for eye gaze devices. You have the eye control mounting components inside. You can do installations on pediatric or active wheelchairs. And also I know that a lot of customers are a little bit feared about mounting on strollers because most of the people think that you are not allowed to mount on strollers, but I can tell you it is allowed as long as you pay enough attention in the right focus of your AAC device. So, of course, I agree, a mounting solution should not have a tipping over risk for the customer and also for the strollers. It should allow you also to fold the stroller together if necessary for daily transport. But this is something that you can easily check out when you're having an assessment kit and when you test an existing solution that you have in mind. Also, installing mounting solutions on power chairs gets easy as nothing because you have everything and you are prepared because the assessment kit keeps your bag free. Also on other solutions like walkers, you have all L3D, all M3D components inside. And also, I mean, when you're, for example, a therapist or a special technical engineer that wants to find out how can I access an iPad and build up a mounting solution on the power chair with a standing feature, which is, of course, possibly not an easy request from a customer side, but sometimes necessary. You can test all of these solutions with the assessment kit. You can build up multiple solutions. So some customers used to have existing mounting brackets and want to combine their existing mounting solutions, for example, with an eye gaze or with an iPad holder, or only want to add some extra components to it for a smartphone holder. Or, as you can see here on the right picture, there is a lady that is using an AAC device. This is an old Tobii C12, if I get it right. And she's controlling the device with an alternative mouse control that she's controlling about the feeds. So, again, please get back to the first slides where you have seen the slides mounting AEC devices. It's all about seeing the wheelchair and seeing the device and closing the gap between the wheelchair and the position where your customer needs to access their AEC tools good enough. And also here you see some possible other ideas how to add some extra components to existing mounting solutions where you can, for example, use the assessment kit. So you only need to take some of the joints and components and the right switch adapter to build all kinds of solutions for your customers. So this is only one assessment kit that you can use successfully for your daily work and for your daily routine. An alternative for that, when you're doing installations and when you want to have just as a smaller alternative for that, we also have as alternative kits the M3D Service Kit and the Rehadapt control mounting kit, where I just only want to show you what are the differences when you're checking out if this is an assessment or a kit that is good enough for you. So the idea behind the M3D Service Kit is only to have a little bit of a lifesaver for practical installations, because sometimes you're doing your assessments, you're doing an evaluation together with a customer, you're writing a proposal, you're preparing a mounting solution for your customer, and on the day when you want to install the solution together with your customer, you realize that the wheelchair has changed from a standard wheelchair to a power chair and includes now also a lap tray. That means, for example, your tubes are now a little bit maybe too short. So the M3D Service Kit includes all replacement parts that you need exactly in that situation in one little handy bag that you should have definitely with you when you visit customers and need to solve that issue also when you have prepared the wrong frame clamp. The other kit is the special control mounting kit. This is a kit that we are often using when we need to mount special controls for wheelchairs, for control units, for possible control units for switches, or for headrests, or when we only need to find different control setups for customers. For example, here, to control a wheelchair good enough, to be able to use switch control to be able to ride to control your wheelchair by yourself. But this is only as a secondary information. So I hope I was able to give you a short introduction about the Rehadapt assessment kit and to guide you through what's inside, what is the idea behind, and to explain you what are the components that are into it. You will find out more information about the products on our homepage, rehadapt.com. You can get in touch with your partners, with Michael and Connor. If you want to check out what is the best mounting solution that you can build up from the scratch out of your premium assessment kit, please download the app VMS2Go, which is free available in the Google Play Store and in the Apple Store. And if you're running into any more technical questions, or you need to get in touch with us directly, you get our contact information about the slide. So you will find all technical support in terms of choosing the right tools about VMS at rehadapt.com, general inquiries about sales team at rehadapt.com, or you can ask me directly about Robert Kohls at rehadapt.com.